Hey, this is really interesting news out of Texas. Actor Matthew McConaughey, or McConaughey, as some people like to say, is polling 12 points ahead of Republican Texas Governor Greg Abbott. He's not running. If your reaction was, I didn't know that he was running, he's not. This is a new poll from the Dallas Morning News and the University of Texas Tyler. It's based on 1,100 registered voters. 30% Democrats, 37% Republicans, 33% who are neither. 45% of voters say they would support Matthew McConaughey over Greg Abbott if Matthew McConaughey were to run for governor. 33% said they'd support Abbott over McConaughey. 22% say they would vote for someone else or aren't really sure. This is interesting because McConaughey has actually kind of teased and alluded to maybe running in the state of Texas. He is not confirmed. He told CNBC last month, he is not joking. He said, quote, "I'm not teasing the idea. I'm actually looking at the idea and giving it serious consideration. I have a new chapter for myself personally in my life. I believe it's some sort of leadership role. I don't know what the role is. I don't know my category. We've been talking about the why of leadership, and even, I would say, we need some more good leaders." This would be fascinating. So there's two parts to this. I don't know how much this says about Matthew McConaughey specifically. What I mean by that is Greg Abbott has so mismanaged almost everything. I mean, the pandemic, the power outage and grid, electrical grid situation. He's a complete and total clown who doesn't seem to care much about the health or safety or welfare of people in Texas. It's possible a random school teacher with no name recognition would maybe do okay against Greg Abbott. So part of it is we have to figure out how much of it is Matthew McConaughey specifically. But then you add in the fact that if you look at Matthew McConaughey over the last 12 to 18 months, I've been seeing him doing more and more conversations and interviews with people in the political space. He does actually seem interested. He seems to be taking this seriously. I don't know the guy's politics. I have no idea whether he's a Democrat or a Republican. I don't know anything about him. What I do know, though, is that he at least doesn't seem like a radical right-winger. If he is a centrist or further left, and if without even announcing a candidacy, he is doing this well in Texas, what we saw in 2020 in Texas, the tightening in Texas for Trump in his reelection campaign, which ultimately didn't end up being that close, but it could have been a much bigger margin for Donald Trump. This could signal significant changes in the state of Texas, and all we can do is continue to follow it. We've been talking about it before. Georgia and Texas have been the ones that we've been watching relatively closely. Very interesting, and we're going to keep a close eye on that.